Action News, elevating Las Vegas, live at 11.
We're tired! We're tired! We're tired of being executed in the street! I can't breathe! I can't breathe! I can't breathe! I can't breathe! No peace! No peace! No peace!
Four nights of protests, thousands of voices demanding to be heard, police shooting rubber bullets and deploying tear gas. Peaceful demands for change at times turning violent. This is Unrest in Las Vegas, night 4. Tonight, reports of looting at the outlet malls, and we have live team coverage with Astrid Mendez up in Chopper 13. Austin Carter and Joe Bartels on the Strip with those protesters, and we're going to kick things off with Joe Bartels, who's on Tropicana near the Strip.
Yeah, Jackie, it has been a tumultuous night, to say the least. We have been every corner of the valley. We were here on the Strip earlier. We were also at downtown Summerlin, where there was a heavy police presence. Back here at Tropicana and Koval, Rudy Garcia will show you right now. This is the Rebel gas station. I would say about 45 minutes ago, maybe an hour, there was a large group of people, maybe 100 plus. There was a dumpster that was set on fire, and then inside that store, eyewitnesses were telling us that a manager had said no more and started kicking people out, and there were reports of looting. We saw the SWAT team come in just a short time ago. Rudy Garcia, if you make just to the left here in the intersection, we saw the SWAT team come in, and then we were standing by watching what was going on, and then we were dodging tear gas canisters as police were trying to flush some of the folks that came out from the Strip earlier tonight, which is not far from here. So a very serious situation. We didn't see any injuries, but certainly a lot of folks expressing their frustration and anger for what was going on. But let's go over to my colleague Austin Carter. He has been in the thick of things really all night. Austin, how's it looking where you are?
Yeah, Joe, what a difference a few hours can make out here on the Strip. It was in this exact spot. We were in this area, and SWAT team members had just inundated the entire road here. The protesters were on the sidewalk spilling into the street. We saw that tear gas all through the air here. We saw those rubber bullets flying, and now it's peace and quiet out here. Really, no one is out here. No vehicle traffic, nobody walking, as you can pretty much hear. All you can hear right now is the sound of the wind blowing past this area here. I'm going to step out of the way though and show you what we can see still out here this evening, and that is that huge Metro Police presence. We've been seeing them really blocking off most of the Las Vegas Strip here following those protests that began this afternoon. And again, it all began peacefully around 5 o'clock this afternoon, right here in front of the Mandalay Bay. A group of protesters and actually agreeing with Metro officers to continue their march north on the Strip. We watched as those officers marched side by side with those protesters up the Strip to Flamingo. That crowd then grew, and they actually stopped their protest near the MGM Grand. They headed south here to head back towards Mandalay Bay. That's where it seemed to be this unrest began between those protesters and police. We saw SWAT team moving in. We saw them asking these protesters to disperse, to leave the area, threatening that people could be arrested. And then that was when we started seeing those water bottles flying, a similar scene like we have seen here in Las Vegas last night. That then obviously having those officers to react. So we started seeing that tear gas flying, those canisters were going, and you could just see what looked like plumes of smoke just covering the Strip. Our crew here, our photographer, was even hit by one of those rubber bullets. Multiple occasions we had to run for our own safety to get away from everything going on. But again, as you can see out here live tonight on the Las Vegas Strip, a completely different scene. Metro vehicles, though, right now, we've been watching numerous amount of them heading south here, passing Mandalay Bay, heading towards Russell. Not sure if they're either responding to something or just blocking off this area. But again, you can see the strip is completely closed right now. You cannot hear anything. There's no music, no people, no vehicles. And this all after this, again, another night of unrest here in our city as these protests continue here. So we're going to send things over right now to my colleague Astrid Mendez up in Chopper 13, monitoring everything from the sky. Astrid, how's it looking up there?
Austin, we're just a mile or so away down south on the Las Vegas Boulevard. And right now, we're seeing that there's some police activity at a gas station right now. And as you can see, we are checking that they have some people detained. This is something that has been going on for quite some time. We've been trying to get confirmation if this is any way related not only to the protests but also to those possible looting reports that we've been getting so far on our scanner. As you can see right now, we're checking that, the cops are talking to those people that are detained. Definitely a different scenario that you usually see in a gas station. And this is close to some of those malls that are very popular here in Las Vegas. But like I said, we are waiting for that confirmation. We don't know if this is related to the protests or to those looting reports. But of course, we're seeing that police activity at these gas stations down at the Las Vegas Boulevard.
Yeah, and in Austin's shot just moments ago, we did see those police cars just moving south on Las Vegas Boulevard, possibly, we don't know, but heading in that direction. And if we can just kind of pull out on that Chopper 13 shot and get a look exactly where that is. And Astrid, is this down, let's see, where exactly along Las Vegas Boulevard? What are we looking at right now?
This is a gas station that is at the East Warm Springs, and as you can see, there are cops around the gas station, and there is at this corner. We actually see right now that there's another patrol car that was moving around, but it just turned out its emergency lights. It's actually pulling right now to the gas station where as we were able to see before, they have some people detained. They're talking to them right now. Again, we're trying to confirm if this is related to any of those reports of looting that we saw at other malls. Like for example, the Las Vegas North Premium outlets. We saw some people there being detained. We even saw like piles of clothing on the ground. And we also been getting reports of looting in other malls, and that's when we were moving all around town trying to figure it out if that was true or not. In our way, this is when we found here at this gas station, where as you can see, the activity is pretty active. We see cops walking up and down during this area at this gas station, and right now you can see on your screen that they're interrogating a person that is actually sitting on a sidewalk at this fast food restaurant.
Okay, and Astrid, again, those images were from Chopper 13, South Las Vegas Boulevard near Warm Springs. We're going to move on for now. While most of last night's demonstrations remained peaceful, there were cases of violence and vandalism. Now, we did see windows smashed, graffiti, and looting in one pawn shop. Metro says more than 100 people were arrested in last night's protests. Between 1,500 and 2,000 people participated, and at least 11 officers were injured. Now, some even had broken bones. And after a night of unrest and protests, people in downtown Las Vegas are trying to undo what was done last night. 13 Action News reporter Jeremy Chen has more on the cleanup efforts in downtown Las Vegas.
A power wash underway. Graffiti in downtown Vegas cleaned after a night of protests.
Kind of emotional for me now to come out this morning and see this outpouring of support.
Adam Weisberg is the general manager of the El Cortez in the heart of downtown. He says the hotel had a broken window and had its walls tagged with messages of anger at police and over the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis.
We understand the frustration, of course. We feel the same frustration, but it's just hard to see the El Cortez damage. It's our home, and it's home to so many people in this community.
Weisberg witnessed the protest last night from the hotel and says the vast majority of people were peaceful.
It was 99% peaceful, respectful, people trying to convey a very important message, but we just got caught in the crossfire, and it was a heart of the organization, so it's.
Now, these cleaning crews have been working all this morning to clean up the graffiti, and they were also joined by some community members who also wanted to help out.
It really makes me feel great, and it's not a surprise to me.
He's glad to see the vandalism and damage wasn't at the level of other cities across the country, and believes the Vegas Strong mantra will help bridge divides.
Just another curveball that we've been thrown, and we'll get through it.
Reporting in downtown Las Vegas, Jeremy Chen, 13 Action News.